What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about three different stocks today. We'll be going over SQ, AMD, and TKO, all for Diesel Killer. This one's for you, my man, and for everybody who's watching, of course, who might be interested in these stocks. Looking at SQ, it does look like you found a relative high. You know, with this look, you could be coming down to find a higher low. Absolutely, you could. You might be getting set up for some kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? But that would imply that you have lower to go. Absolutely, it would. You were overbought, now you're not. You probably go a little bit lower. You probably have lower to go, and I doubt that it happens very swiftly. I'm sure that it's a drawn out, kind of like this was. Like, let's just see here real quick. From similar areas, right, in price, yes, this was higher, but from similar areas nonetheless to where you found your low, 14 weeks. Here, you're about 4 weeks in, so it could be a couple months, maybe a few months even, before, before you find your low. And then even then, you'd probably still not be above this. And that's all assuming that you do form some kind of inverse, some IHS, something like that. If not, you're probably going to go down. And I mean, technically what you do have is lower highs and lower lows. So that would, but just with how deep this low is, I kind of would interpret that as a, like, you're more or less range bound. This was your like bottom, your low, whatever, and you're going to come back into this range and hold that, and you might actually be getting ready to break it to the upside. Let's look at the daily, see what we can confirm with that. Bullish day today, 3.6% move. Getting some bullish divergence on your daily, aren't you? Bouncing right off that oversold zone. You might move up in the immediate terms, like next week maybe. I don't know, man. You might just continue moving down too, though, right? Like you've had these days before, right, where you've had these like bullish engulfing candles that promoted a little bit of growth, and then you still went lower, right? Here, very bullish candles, and then still lower. So this thing does like to toy with your emotions. If you go higher, it probably won't be by that much. You're at about $65 now. I'd say the height of it would be around $72. But if you're patient, and I think that'd be the wise move, is to just wait for this thing to come lower. I know you like to play around with these things. I don't know, just with this move right here, I don't know if I would open up a long or a call. I would probably wait and see if it moved up higher. Then I'd open up like a put or something like that. I wouldn't open that up here either, though. And then if it just goes lower and you don't get to open up your put, well, then look for your put option to be around the low or something like that. But none of this is financial advice. You do what you do, man. It's, I'm sure you got your own strategies and things figured out. But it does, this bullish divergence does look a little bit convincing to me that you would continue to move up. And again, seeing this where you have these like little like fake out moves and you still go up afterwards, but then you come down lower after that, and then inevitably you did go higher. But this might be a better example over here, something like this, or even like this here, stuff like that. You do inevitably go lower. I would personally expect that you see prices around $56, $55, something like that. That would make sense to me, man, yeah. 382, go a little bit below your 382, which you just haven't done yet, and I think inevitably you will. That 123 moving average, that green line, is going to continue to move down. It might be right around your 0.5. You might find support on your 0.5. Right around $55, $56, if not a little bit above there. But nonetheless, I think if you can hold that as a low, you've got a very suggestive bullish pattern here. And then we can talk about you for like the rest of the year and maybe even into next year, moving up to up here to 134 to 155, something like that. It's a nice bounce off your 236 though, to be completely fair. Holding that as support, but you've been disrespecting it so much. Well, actually, to be fair, that is your first off of this low here. So actually, to be completely fair, you disrespected it here though. So it might just be a coincidence. I don't know. I still think you go lower. I think give it some time, and this will ultimately, like, even if it goes up from here, it will ultimately look like this, like you did disrespect it. So lower nonetheless is what I think for SQ, and I gave the price targets for that. AMD, Advanced Micro Dynamics. No, it's devices, dynamic devices at new all-time highs. Can't talk. That will help. High to low. Yeah, see you at 222, man. Probably. It looks good on all fronts, man. It looks, look at what you did. Look at what you did. You broke out. This is a breakout candle right here. That is absolutely a breakout candle. This week right here, last week's candle, not the current week that we just closed, but last week's candle, 100% a breakout candle with above average volume, the most volume that you saw in a while, and we followed through with more volume this week. We didn't continue upwards like too much, right? We're only up 1.7% this week, but what we did with this week was critical. We back tested the previous all-time high, literally to a T. You tipped it. And then you moved up higher, closing higher with higher volume. Bullish. Bouncing off your long or your overbought zone on the RSI, bullish. Your monthly is getting into the overbought zone right now, bullish. Like this screams it wants to see 222 in a very short amount of time. Maybe by the end of this month, but probably sometime in February is what I would think. And then maybe you take a break. Maybe you're moving all the way up here, man. But this thing, very bullish. Very, very bullish. Breakout traders might, with this week looking the way that it looks right now, this might be a good like longing opportunity. You know, most people wouldn't chase things. I personally wouldn't chase things like this, but there's a class of traders that are breakout traders and they wait for confirmation. You got it this week, man. So yeah, this thing's going up. Looks good. Looks really, really good, actually. That's a very bullish week last week and a very bullish finish to this week, in my opinion. So what? It kind of looks like a spinning top. I would overthrow that with the fact that you're literally tipping off of your previous weekly all-time high, off of your previous all-time high period. So that's that. Bullish. Very, very bullish looking chart, man. Can't say it enough. TKO, not a good looking chart so much. Probably wants to go down in the immediate terms. We'll zoom out a little bit and give it a better run through. But yeah, you couldn't even hit your 618, man. That's not a good look. You reached all the way up for it, got front ran by it, closed below your 382. That's not a friendly look, man, in my opinion. I mean, look at how high up your RSI is here, and just look at how like very near to this high it is. Technically, it's not hidden bearish divergence, but you know, if we were flipped, if this was overbought and it came down that much, and you were still holding prices around the lows that you already had, that would look really good. It would look like you cooled off. So I mean, I'm thinking what I'm trying to say here is I'm thinking you've got lower to go. Beyond the fibs, not looking too friendly. On this little low here, you found resistance right there. Maybe you literally found resistance right there. Tipped previous areas of support nonetheless. Definitely confirmed resistance on it. You might move up a little bit next week, but I doubt you get above that line. You probably do have lower to go with this thing, and it makes sense. Look at what you did. You broke out of this uptrend. You consolidated. You have your bull trap here, and then you're going to move down. Classic. Very classic. Right? Bitcoin's doing the same thing right now. Probably. Yeah. I don't know. That might not be a good fib to take. Let's see. Maybe this low. This was the low that sent us up on this trend, kind of. Yeah, still not. I don't really like that so much, but that's okay. Maybe we could take this one. Yeah. Below your 886, closing below it. Yeah. Yep, see you lower, man. You're probably going down probably around 62 to 68, somewhere in there. I do want to get this relative like trend fib on it. Yeah, 69, 68. You probably go a little bit below there, so yeah. I mean, you might be going all the way down to 50 over time, man, genuinely speaking. Let's get a extension on here. Because I do think that's the high. I don't think you're going to go higher than that before going lower. 67, look at that, man. That 68, 69, 67 area, it's lit up. $60 right here. That 1618, that extension is literally sitting atop of this little consolidation phase right at previous areas of support and resistance. You're probably moving down to $60 or lower. That's my best guess. Let's look at the daily. Get this a little bit, yeah. Overbought, and now you're not. Not friendly looking candles, man. Little psych out. Bull trap for sure. This is what a bull trap looks like, man. 100%. Smells like it, looks like it. Yep. That's really all I got to say, man. It's probably why they haven't released dividends in a while, is they know they're going lower, so they're like, we're going to hold on to our money. I don't know why they haven't released dividends. But yeah, that's it. So if you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, AMD looks really nice. The other two, SQ might go up a little bit, but probably comes back down. TKO, I think, is just getting started, really. I think this is going to be in a more prolonged downtrend. This is your first lower high. after breaking out of this, you probably have lower to go for a little while now. So yeah, look at that, man. Like a double top, kind of like an M pattern, right? I mean, with the way that looks, you could go below this even, but let's see. You might not. It could turn from an M pattern into some kind of like wedge. It could be, who knows, or some kind of channel, whatever. But lower nonetheless is where I think you're going. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye bye.